Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 771. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hello, hello.
What's up, Daniel?
Hello.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, world, what's happening?
Yeah, Happy New Year for the people that wish Happy New Year. All right. So, I want to discuss Series 9 because there were some things that, you know how, like, throughout the year we're getting snippets and news and we think something's going to happen and we kind of build up our, like, what's the word, like our hopes and
Expectations.
and we shape it around thinking it's going to be this, and then, you know, like as we watch each season we believe we know which way the season's going to go, right? My biggest thing I really want to talk about is that we've seen the 50th and we see, okay, the curator is talking to the 11th, and he's saying he's got to search for Gallifrey. Gallifrey is around. It's trapped or whatever. It worked. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but wouldn't you get the impression that that's going to be a major story arc, finding Gallifrey?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that they made a mistake not doing that, because why would you introduce something that big in your 50th anniversary and then just blow it away in like two scenes in your season finale a couple of seasons later? It
Right.
just doesn't make sense to me.
Then we get Series 8. Well, besides the 50th, then we get Time of the Doctor, where we get the nonsense that what he saw in the God Complex was the cracks, which that was total bull. I didn't believe that for 1 second. And then it's like, well, wait a minute. Now the cracks signify a way to Gallifrey, which I don't know. Okay? So, all right, so now the Doctor doesn't communicate for 1,000 years with the cracks when the Time Lords are behind the cracks. And then Clara does, and she's like, it's the Doctor, help him. And they help him. Okay? Now, there could be a variety of reasons why they helped him, right? One, they know that he has to exist because he saved them in that incarnation. So they're like, all right, it's a paradox if we don't give him regenerations, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Two, besides that fact, it could be, oh, you know, we have to, like, help him because then he'll find us. Because technically they were lost at that time, correct?
Yeah.
So if he has a new cycle of regenerations, wouldn't the impression be that he's going to search for them, correct?
Yeah, because why else would they send it to him? If they had the idea that he wasn't going to search for them, wouldn't they just kind of be like, why do we care if he dies? We don't even like him.
Correct.
Well, Rassilon didn't like him, I should say.
He's basically a devil
Now,
child.
obviously, the High Council had voted without Rassilon, or Rassilon wasn't the deciding vote to give the Doctor regeneration, so because he didn't even know how many they gave him. All right, so I guess the decision was left to someone else. But now we get Series 8, and I think one of the biggest problems was before Series 8 aired. You remember this, Chris? Moffat came out and he said, oh my God, I have an idea for the Series 9 finale that is going to be even bigger than this. Right? We
Yeah.
didn't even get Series 8 yet. So now you just basically said, well, this new idea blows this thing away, and we didn't even see the thing yet. And we're like, oh, really?
You talking about Series 8 or Series 9?
Before Series 8 appeared,
Yeah.
Moffat talked crap about, because he's always ahead, that
Yeah.
his idea for
Yeah.
Series 9 finale is going to be even bigger than what you're about to see when it airs. Like, he made an announcement, like, way ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that. Yeah.
So we were like, well, what the hell? Could be, you know, so now we see Series 8. It's done in the can. And the Doctor's upset because he thought he found Gallifrey and he didn't, right? And he smashes the console, like breaks the friggin' thing, right? Like, where is this place? Right? So now we're like, all right, he's gonna go search for Gallifrey. That's gotta be what Series 9 is. Right? I mean, Tom, did you guys expect him to search for Gallifrey after Series 8?
Yes.
Technically I did.
Like, Daniel, I mean, that was the impression that, holy crap, he's gonna go and he's gonna find it. Right?
And he's gonna go after Missy for giving him the one cold
Now,
answer. So.
Series 9 comes.
Well, that's what I don't mean to interrupt you, Matrix Lord, but what Ray just said is still something that bothers me to this day. When Missy gave him the coordinates, and she says it is where it's always been, right? And then he goes, like you said, and he doesn't find it. He smashes the console, lies to Clara when he comes back, says, I found it. He really didn't. How come the next time he saw Missy, he wasn't like, why the hell did you lie to me?
Correct.
It's like he forgot about it and just thought,
Correct.
oh well.
Correct. Now, could it have been those coordinates, but like the end of time?
That's what I thought. Remember? Because way back when, we were all like, well, she lied to him, but we all said no.
You know what I was thinking?
She probably gave him the right ones.
Couldn't have been she gave him the right ones, and then she got blasted, and she couldn't even finish telling him
but
when
she
it is.
said, like, she finishes, and she says it is where it's always been.
So he should know the rest of it somewhere.
I thought that they were the right coordinates.
But it wasn't in that coordinates because they were at the end of time, at the end of the universe or something.
Could be, you know.
All right, so
maybe they're gonna do some weird story where, like,
Missy moved him.
no, like they're gonna do some weird story, like he still looks for them before the end of time or something.
Well, why would he now?
But that would be so weird. That's like so. He already found them. Why is he going to look for them again?
Okay, so Series 9 happens, right? And it's never he don't look for them. It's like hodgepodge of like two-parter, no Gallifrey, Clara dies. And then it's like, wait a minute, did I miss something? Like, did the Time Lords just travel to Earth and like say, hey, Yashoda, what's up? Could you take care of it? I mean, did that happen? Because like I don't understand how she was hired by them, and like something's like she knows Missy for some reason. So like, who hired her? Did Missy hire her? Because the only person who knew about the confession dial was Missy and the Time Lord. So like, did Missy hire Yashoda? I mean, and then whatever. So then we have the one where he's in there for 4.5 billion years, or whatever. Then he goes to Gallifrey, and then I'm saying to myself, well, why the F is he going to Gallifrey? Like, why the F are they even part of this thing? Don't tell me you're gonna do the stupid hybrid thing, and it's gonna take away from all these thoughts and dreams that he's gonna be searching for the friggin' place. Now you just wasted it on Clara. Why? Like, you just, oh my God.
Again, this has been my complaint with Clara for a long time. She's become so integral to the, like really think about this. Without Clara, there is no Doctor Who universe.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen without her.
Put it this way,
So-
she's like a cleaning girlfriend. Sorry, Chris.
So, like, how is the next companion? Because this is what Moffat's done. He's dug himself into a hole. Now when he introduces the next companion, people are going to be like, well, she's not as good as Clara.
Yeah.
She didn't do this. She can't do this. It's going to be like, well done. Great. Good work.
So he's going to be criticized for making a... But then please don't make another companion where you try to make it better than this one. Like, just don't try. Just, you know, that shouldn't even be in his head when he creates the next companion. Just have fun with it. Stop trying to have the most ultimate cliffhanger. Like, he ruined... So now let me ask you another question, right? Is there a paradox now? Because why would he now go back to the 50th? now. Why would he go back to the 50th now? What if he don't go back to the 50th and that creates a paradox?
I was always thinking that like there was going to be a whole series where he was going to find Gallifrey eventually, do whatever has to be done there, and then the episode was either going to end with him going to save Gallifrey with the 50th, or better yet, it was going to begin with him going to save Gallifrey and then picking up from there.
And then they got out of their who got them out of the thing? That's another thing. Who
Again, another two-line explanation. Oh, it must have unfroze itself. What?
Like you just Daniel. All right. So we really don't know. Like, I know Moffat goes in crazy directions, but this is like absurd, man. It's like, all right. So now we don't have it anymore. We Series 10. It's like, yeah, man. He's gonna search for He went to Gallifrey, right?
He can't do anything else.
Oh. So Series 10, what is he gonna do? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they just wasted an opportunity. And the way they explained the whole Clara thing, they did a Dr. Donna. Ew. Why did you do a Dr. Donna?
You're basically taking the mick out of Russell T. Davies.
Why did you do a Dr. Donna? Why? Why did you copy like that? Why? That they together they're the ultimate being or something. I mean, like, ugh.
And then,
you know, the hybrid could have been. You know what would have been better thing to do? That the hybrid was River Song, and then River Song. That's how she learned ancient Gallifreyan because they don't teach that in school, and she's just mad at them for something with the Doctor, and she's willing to destroy Gallifrey because she's not from there. So
it's like that Quantum Log. He copied that from Love and Monsters, basically.
Yeah, this is the silence. There we go, Doctor.
Oh.
No, but like he could have made River the freaking hybrid.
That would have made more sense, actually.
Oh God! And he could have made another thing too. Now Osgood is ruined. The character of Osgood is completely and utterly ruined.
And Kate Stewart.
Because he could have said she was in the Nethersphere. They mentioned the Nethersphere and before the flood. Oh no, under the lake, and then before, right under the lake. Stupidest titles ever. But so, all right. One more. I have a question for you guys. Has Moffat's writing gone down, Chris?
What was that?
Has his writing gone down? Has his writing declined?
I wouldn't necessarily say his writing's gone down. I just think that he needs to understand that when you introduce something, like I'll use the Doctor's face as an example. When you introduce something like that is not a constant thing that occurs throughout the series, but when you introduce a question that big, like why did I regenerate into this face, into this body? You can't take 2 lines and be like, to save people, to bend the rules of time to save people. It's like, so what? Like he could have regenerated into anybody.
Right.
Why? I mean, I understand that he broke the rules of time to save Helios and his family and stuff like that, but
that was ruined too.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to me that he would remind himself to do this again when he was so against it way back when he was the 10th Doctor. Because, let's be honest, he didn't want to save them. He knew what he was doing was wrong, and then that family paid for it in Torchwood.
Right.
So like, this Doctor breaking the rules, now he makes Ashilda, right? And Ashilda's the reason Clara died.
Right.
And they don't even mention this. They don't even mention this in the 50th or in the season finale. It would have been great if in the season finale he had a flashback to saving Ashilda and he was like, I shouldn't have done that. And that was why he regenerated into Peter Capaldi. To remind himself not to bend the rules of time, but to adhere to the rules of time and not save everybody every time. You can't do it. To be the Doctor, but he has to know when and where he can save people and when he can't. Not just I'm gonna break the rules of time and screw everything up just because. I think that's a deeper reason to choose a regeneration other than just, oh, I'm gonna save people. You do that already.
I think the honest way to save this is, one, Jenna Louise Coleman appears again, that she wakes in the Nethersphere. Forget about the stupid tattoo on her neck. Forget about traveling with the shoulder. She dies. She wakes up. Like, they'll show a clip, right? This would be like, say, Capaldi's final, right? 3-part finale or something. And all of a sudden, they'll show a clip, face the Raven in the beginning, and then she'll be like this. And then when she's staring, and the thing's about to, then she goes like this, and wakes up, and then she's in the Nethersphere. Because Missy had hardwired everything where Danny Pink dies, this one dies, they go right in the Nethersphere. There's got to be another plot with the Nethersphere. There's got to be something else that she was recruiting these people besides the Cybermen, because they never used them for the Cybermen, those people. So it's got to be Danny Pink is with all these people in the Nethersphere, not just him.
Well, didn't they say the Nethersphere was closing down, though? When the little boy came back? Didn't they say that it was shutting down?
It said that his opportunity to leave was shutting down.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously, he wasn't like a ghost of light. He was in the Nethersphere, chilling in his body, in a new body, in the Nethersphere, and he just said, all right, this is about to phase, so here you go, kid. And he pushed him, and we didn't actually physically see it. We just saw a glowing light. But he's in the Nethersphere. He's like, here you go. And then that's it. They're in the Nethersphere, technically. And that's why Missy said something to Clara, like, did he come back yet? Or whatever. Or like, did your boyfriend, like, meaning that he can come back, possibly. You know? Like, in the opener, she said something to me, he's still dead. Remember that scene?
Yeah.
Meaning she knows at one point in time he's not going to be dead.
And they also didn't talk about why Missy had Gallifreyan technology in the Nethersphere.
Right. So, and they didn't even explain if she has regenerations or not. Maybe the Nethersphere just creates bodies for her. We don't know either.
And that's why she's in this form now.
So I would have a plot with Missy where there is an overall thing with the, Nethersphere and Clara and Danny Pink, and then it gets solved where Clara is back on Earth with Danny Pink, and then a couple weeks will pass by, and she'll want to travel with the Doctor again. And all of a sudden, she finds out she's pregnant, and she can't, and that's the way to end it, because you have to fix this whole nonsense that was created, right? Now, there could also be something where he has to save them from the Pocket Universe, and that's why he has to find out where they went. Like, he's the one that saves them, and that's why he has to, like, he finds out, like, time starts getting crazy, and he has to do that thing. And that's why he has to search for Gallifrey in the past, because this is in the future, whatever, and do that. Because there's got to be a reason he goes looking for Gallifrey with the 50th. You can't just, now he's never going to do it, and it's not going to make sense. So there's got to be a reason. So I think, honestly, that, not that, here's the thing, I don't believe that a writer style could decline. I think that they could be distracted. And I think, honestly, with Sherlock and all this other stuff, he's not focused 100%. So what you get is, a half, can I say it? I'm going to say it on the air, a half-ass thing. And that's what we're getting. Like, Sherlock is perfect, and Doctor Who is not.
Wouldn't you, I know this is going to sound silly, but Series 10, you say to, if you was Moffat, say, oh, I'm going to take a break from this season and let all the other writers do it.
He'll never take a break from Sherlock.
No, from Doctor Who. From Doctor Who, I mean.
He can't, as a showrunner, he can't take a break. Because he's a showrunner. And he's not going to, see, it's like an ego thing, too. He can't just give it up because he can't handle it. So he's got to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's got to play the role. Like, I got to get a replacement, I got to get this, I got to get that. But he'll never admit that he can't handle it. So honestly, and again, did everybody see Sherlock or no?
Kind of.
No, not yet.
No. All right. So when everybody sees Sherlock, we'll talk about it because I wanted to discuss the episode connected with Doctor Who and all these different things. A lot of people don't realize too that the set of Face the Raven was repeated in the Christmas special, which I'm not happy about. That I'm very adamant about kind of that being disrespectful. That she was killed on the street and then you make it Christmassy. I'm just ugh. Doesn't sit well with me. I don't know.
Cringeworthy.
That's kind of why I lost the point, like the episode. But all right. So basically, Series 10, Chris, where do we go? What do we do? What can we do to salvage this nonsense?
I don't know. I really don't want to speculate this early without seeing like a trailer or like something, because if we start speculating this early, we're probably just going to disappoint ourselves. There's a difference between speculating this early when there's nothing and then speculating when you see stuff.
Right.
Because when you see stuff, you can think, oh, well, maybe this is related to this or this is this. So I really don't know. I liked excuse me. I liked most of Series 9, but there were some big problems with it. I think that I don't think these problems should carry over to Series 10. And I think that they need to be addressed before anybody starts writing Series 10. I just hope that maybe we get a more coherent series next time, because
I'm happy with the results
some
of
problems.
I'm happy with the results of Husbands of a Song, because I felt that he finally explained stuff.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So why can't that continue? If this is his final year, let's say, why can't he continue that trend and say, honestly, what I would do is I would say, okay, there's been a problem that we weren't aware of in the universe, and that being that for some reason everybody and their mother that could time travel has been going back in time to alter the 11th Doctor's thing. Now, what we find out is that while Madame Crevarian was doing her thing and this one was doing her thing, there was others that our Doctor, the 12th, has to stop before it alters the timeline completely with the 11th. So, not that we have to show the 11th, but I think we should do that where once and for all we put an end to all these people that just seem to be able to find a way to time travel, like they sell the vortex manipulators in Kmart. Because basically what we're getting is everybody has a vortex manipulator, everybody has a test selector. It's like, give me a break now. It should still be that hardly anybody travels through time but the Doctor. I mean, it's when you have too many people doing that, it gets boring. So we have to find out, one, why Missy has a vortex manipulator. Where the hell did she get that from? Clara has one. And where's Clara's? And is Clara's Captain Jax or is Rivers Captain Jax? And where's Rivers now? So like it's just too much time travel going on by all these people. Does the Sisterhood of Karn have a TARDIS that they just travel to the end of the universe? I mean,
how did they get there?
Right.
Yeah.
Do the Time Lords just give out? Who do the Time Lords give TARDISes to?
And where's Mrs. TARDIS?
If you do a good deed, you earn TARDIS. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And also, the TARDIS that was used by Ishilda, I'm sorry, but that wasn't fixed. So the Time Lords should be able to recall that.
Mm.
I mean, unless the Doctor fixed it when he stole it with Clara, which he probably did. But I need answers. I need things to be solved. I don't like things. I don't want him to just leave as showrunner and then it's like his legacy's got to be solving the stuff that he created. He's got to answer the questions. He can't just leave where he's the showrunner that left everybody wanting and just like unfulfilled. And like his legacy's got to be that he answers the questions, all of them.
No offense, but Ishilda's TARDIS as a diner as well. That's like the stupidest idea ever.
And that doesn't make any sense why you're using it. And it's not even the real diner. a copy of that, but why would she copy that? That's
Yeah, and then they're taking the mick out of the Doctor in a way by saying about the chameleon circuit.
that's stupid too. That doesn't work either. And then didn't the Doctor say she must have a TARDIS?
Yeah, where's Missy?
Right. She has a vortex manipulator. I don't think she did all that stuff with a vortex manipulator.
Yeah, we didn't even hear anything about her TARDIS or see her get into one, did we?
Which I thought they were going to do the thing with the red telephone booth. I honestly thought that's what that was going to be. Maybe that's what we'll do in the 10th. Well, she'll have a TARDIS. Because Ashilda talked about the Master in the present tense, not the past tense, meaning that everybody's dead, but when she's talking about the Master in the end of the universe, she's talking about like the Master still exists. Like she didn't say like, oh, like leave it like past tense. So, Daniel?
Yeah, what, the Master was still alive at the end of the universe?
I not that she was at the end of the universe, but that she still exists, I guess, somewhere. I believe.
Yeah, about children. Like, what did the Doctor take her there to the end of the universe, or did she just take?
I don't think she just lived there. I don't think she just aged. Do you think, Chris, she just aged to that point?
Who's that? Is Shilda?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think what they were implying was that she survived this long, and she's just kind of chilling there, like, yeah.
But what about the guy that had the other chip?
We never heard anything from him again.
He probably died, right?
He could be anything by now. She probably killed him.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me if they have a thing where like the Doctor says, hey, by the way, what happened to that one guy? And Shield's like, oh, I killed him, just because.
I chopped his head off and then I ripped
Just
the chip
because.
out of his thing and I broke
I
it.
wanted to see if there was a way I could die.
Hmm.
It turns out there's not, so I just kind of chopped him up into little pieces and left them out
But
there.
when it Shielded on Gallifrey, in the end.
Yeah, she was in the room that he was in with Clara. She was on Gallifrey.
Yeah. So how did she get there? Did Missy drop her off?
I honestly think there might be a missing connection. But again, we need something to be resolved. Like, why did they blow up the TARDIS? It's like, the stuff that's just not answered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being negative to want answers. I want things to be like the Husbands of River song. Answer the damn question.
No offense, but if they say that Shield is Lucy Saxon's daughter or something, then I'm going to blue and flip.
Well, that was just an old speculation that I.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. If it's
I mean,
that,
they could have done something like that, but they didn't. But whatever. All right. Any final thoughts, Ray?
I'm just hoping that Series 10 is going to blue and give us all the answers we want. Otherwise, this ain't going to be a very happy new year.
Daniel.
Yeah, I hope we'll get some answers too. And yeah.
Chris.
I don't need an answer for everything, but for some things every now and then it would be nice.
Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to the Everything Show now. Take care. Bye for now.